Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary and we're back with some more BattleTech, picking up right where we left off in the last video. For this mission, we've completed all our objectives. We are just now waiting out this time limit, and at the moment there's no enemy around, so
good to go.
What I should do is I should probably do what I did with the other mechs over there, is try and get my back facing a cliff, if at all possible, so that I can be a little bit more sure that the enemy's not going to just come in behind me like they did in their first drop, as you never really can tell where the enemy's going to drop in, which, you know, really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But let's go ahead and move the stalker over where the battle master is.
Jumping.
Again, just keeping my back to the cliff, so they can't get in behind me because they have already done that. I don't want them to do it again. Here, I'm just going to stay put. I know I lose my evasion, but I don't really want to keep moving over this way. And I want to keep these two units together, so we'll just do that. I'll go ahead and move the grasshopper kind of over with the Highlander here.
Copy that.
I'm kind of the assumption that the enemy is going to drop in roughly the same spot, but they may drop in like over here somewhere, or like in here. I mean, wherever they can get enough space to drop those mechs off, they're going to drop. So there was enough space here, so they dropped here. This base is pretty dense, so it's kind of hard to say where there's room for more drop-ins. Possibly one here. But yeah, this may be a one here. So just facing outward, or inward, I should say, makes a lot more sense than facing outward, because, yeah, they may drop here. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. If they do, well, they may be able to get in behind me. Just one of those circumstances where I can't face every direction. All right, so where I thought they possibly could drop, which is over on this side of the base, they did indeed. Okay, stay frosty. Assault mechs inbound. Well, this time we're in a better spot because there are... Oh, hello. Alright, Commander Farrow, I've just touched down, but got a problem. I have a squadron of Directorate Aerospace fighters on radar, and they're headed our way. Damn it, we need to clear out of here before they arrive. How much time have we got? Not much, and they're carrying enough hardware to blow our Leopard to hell and back again. I can do this, just keep the Directorate off me, Commander. I need only a few more minutes. Alright, so we have 4 turns to hold out here. We have a Banshee and a Battle Master, Yagermech. May be able to take this turret out before we can stop them. What do we have drop over here? Oh, okay, so that's our guy, so that is nice. So in this regard, really the best option here is just to reserve. So we'll do so. I will allow them to kill the turrets, but what can you do? Now the other 2 guys are going to be acting on the same initiative phase as whichever meant. Yeah. That turret was bound to go down. Okay. As long as our... I wonder if you're in range. That'd be lovely if you are. You have another turret right here, which they didn't go after for a reason. Yeah, let's just reserve again. I will allow the enemy to go. Although, it looks like our allies are going to go first. I would actually have preferred the turrets. Okay, well, I mean, that's alright. I mean, I would have preferred that to miss with how much evasion we had, but... Okay, so at this stage we have to go. I say we try and delete the Yagermech and the Jenner if we can. More emphasis should probably be put on that Yagermech. Which variant is this? Okay, well, it's not as scary of a variant as it possibly could be.
Waiting for orders.
I'm curious, do we have to make it back to the dropship here at the time limit? And if we don't make it in fast enough, then we are going to take a lot of die. Because if that's the case, we need to start moving the Highlander over this way because it's too slow to escape otherwise. And the Stalker's close enough to where it needs to be that I don't think that's going to be a problem. We've got long-range firepower, so we'll be able to do what we need. Which variant of the Banshee is? Okay. The one that's a little scarier. It's going to be slower. And that Battlemaster's already... Oh no, it was the Banshee that fired. So, Battlemaster has yet to go. Okay, well... Again, I think we should take out what would be easier to take out here. Fortunately, range being what it is, it's not going to be that easy of a target to hit the Yagurmech, but that is what it is. So, yeah, let's hit the Yagurmech as it is not going to have a lot of armor. We can delete it pretty fast here. I could go with a precision strike to give me some accuracy. Not sure I want to do that, though. I want to save the morale. You see, we're already through armor. Very good.
Taking a critical hit.
Okay, you sensor lock somebody you can directly see. You did that with your LRM turret. Now, honestly, that might have been an alright move because how close range that is. Turret there survived. Okay, the one Battlemaster doesn't have cover.
Waiting for orders.
So this is going to be one of those ones where it's like I really don't know what to expect because I've never done this mission before. I can't get direct line of sight no matter what I do. Unless I just stay still. Maybe I have direct line of sight on somebody. I guess the Battlemaster. But yeah, I want to start going over this way. It's not that far away, but I just think it would be a good idea to start getting in that direction. And I will use Vigilance here just because the Highlander tends to be a favorite target of the enemy. Then again, do we want to do that? I mean, I'm still going to do the move. Let's do that. I mean, in theory, they can't see me, but we've already seen the enemy kind of cheat at its vision, so I never really know what to expect. I think we don't use the Vigilance. We'll go after the Yagurmech here. We've got good armor. I mean, we've taken damage, but I'm hoping they can't see me. And they won't be able to attack. Now, granted, the Banshee attacked all the way across the map to hit the Grasshopper. I have no idea how it saw the Grasshopper. So far, the enemy's done a really good job. Because look at this distance. The Banshee was here. It fired at the Grasshopper. Now, if I click on my Grasshopper here, they can't see me. Look, none of them have eyes. So how did he see me? He couldn't have. And that's... You know, a point that I will, you know, realize there is that the enemy can very much see me, even though there is no way in hell they should be able to. Now, the one downside of doing this with the Grasshopper is I may not be able to... I mean, I've got 4 rounds, so I think I'll be able to pull it off. We'll use Vigilance here just to protect myself. I may want to reserve a couple times.
Acknowledged.
The Battlemaster, I'm not sure is going to be able to get in range of anybody, but we're sure try. And then we'll hit the Yagurmech here.
Engaging.
With our large lasers. Fortunately not... Oh, we just straight up killed him. All right. I'll take it.
Tango down.
I didn't expect to kill. We managed to get some crits there. Turrets have not fired yet. They're just sensor locking people for who knows what reason, because again, that's in vision. I never really can understand sometimes the AI and their sensor locking, because they'll do it when it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to do. I mean, honestly, my only move here is to jump in here. And then I could use Vigilance because I'm already full morale anyway. Why not?
Engaging jump jets.
Yeah, but the turrets should have been helping me here. I use the Vigilance mostly just for that initiative. Well, sometimes I forget that I can... if I'm not attacking, I can use Brace, but... a lot of missing, unfortunately. There we go. Shredder turret doing good work there. Generator's probably not going to last much longer, and it did lose a good chunk of its firepower. Now, I may be able to take out one of the turrets with what it has left. Nope. Alright. We'll continue to reserve here. Let's see if they get any ridiculous shots off on me. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I did the Vigilance here. Going after a new turret, so they're not going to be taking one out. Again, I'm not exactly... Which one did they fire at? This one? How did they see that? That's clear across the map. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but the AI is quite clearly cheating here. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. At this point, I'm just going to use the Stalker for long-range fire support. And we're just going to go after the Battlemaster. We'll leave the Jenner to the turrets.
Target confirmed.
It already has taken some damage. There you go, turret. You don't need to sensor lock. Just hit them. You're going to back off. That's actually bad for me, because I might have been able to get the Battlemaster with my Battlemaster if it had stayed closer.
Good to go.
You're going to jump this way.
Affirmative.
And we'll probably just keep hitting the Battlemaster at this point. We've already hit it once. Just focusing damage here. I think we'll get through these guys fairly quickly. Especially as we... there you go, using your sensor lock for no reason. I mean, at least use it on the Jenner to reduce the advantage that has. Let's switch to you, Grasshopper here. You know, honestly, go with... Got 3 rounds, so I need to be able to retreat possibly in 3 rounds. Which I'm not sure I'm going to pull off if I get too aggressive here. I mean, we did some pretty good damage there. I know that I'll beat them to the initiative punch next turn, so I'm going to jump over this way. It does get the Grasshopper kind of going in a direction. You know what? As long as we're in range, I'll jump over this way, because it gets us kind of going the direction we want to be going in. And we may need to get out of here in 3 turns. I just will prepare for that. Now, if I'm supposed to go pick her up, then I have possibly failed. So, I don't know if I want to move the Grasshopper much further in that direction. I'm not going to use Vigilance.
Copy that.
This is just one of those circumstances where I really don't know what this mission expects out of me. I don't know if I'm supposed to retreat. I don't know if I'm supposed to pick up the Doctor from this, because then if that's the case, I need to keep somebody near here. And then if I need to be here when this time turns out, well, if I'm over here, I have a long way to go. So it's kind of frustrating sometimes when you really don't know what the mission wants out of you. I'm going to use Vigilance here, and I'm going to sprint up. Okay, goodbye. I figured that they would be able to take out the Jenner. The turrets, that is. Might as well just hold for them to go.
Holding for the right opportunity.
They may hit my grasshopper here, which they are going to do. Again, they shouldn't be able to see me right now, but alright, whatever. Let's continue to lay down some fire support for Loppy, and we'll hit the Battlemaster again. I mean, we keep hitting it in the same arm. And if I remember correctly, if you take out this section, there goes like a good chunk of the weaponry. So, fire again. Now we did take out the leg, which is going to drop it, but of course, it being already at one initiative, it will just get right back up here. So knocking out the leg was pointless, other than slowing it down. I'm not sure what that does for us. Oh good, we actually have the ally taking advantage of that. We got a crit there. Now you should be getting up. Walk forward. And you should take out that turret.
Commander?
Glitch being slow is going to continue to move over to get closer to the dropship. Because we can use our long-range fire support even without that. We'll just hit the Battlemaster one more time here.
Here we go.
Okay, there goes that.
Critical hit.
And again, the sensor locks. I mean, maybe it's the... no, it's not the Shredder turret doing that. I have no idea which of these turrets is doing the sensor lock, but... It's this one over here. Okay, that one probably isn't in range. Maybe the large lasers would be able to hit. Alright, so I'm at a real dilemma here. I actually really honestly don't know if I have to be over here to pick her up or not. And if I don't, well, that's a lot of ground to cover. So we may be losing a pilot here. I'm going to go ahead and walk up here. And I'm going to use Vigilance. You know, honestly, I have 2 rounds here. So if I'm supposed to escape at some point, you know, I don't know what that time frame is. So we'll see. Maybe it will just end the mission at that time point. So again, it's just a matter of I don't really know what the game is going to do here. Use Vigilance. We'll unload on the already stricken Battlemaster. All this stuff will transfer in and kill the enemy. So now all we have is a Banshee here. And
Waiting for orders.
just as a precaution, in case I do need to be here to pick her up, I'm going to put the Grasshopper there. I really hope that's not the wrong decision. And then I'm going to use Vigilance just to protect him, because the Banshee could hit him. So,
Up high.
and then we'll hit him with our large lasers, just to do a bit of damage. This thing in this climate can continuously jump and use its large lasers. Only a lot of missing there. Okay.
Attention, forces of the Urano Restoration. This is Commodore Samuel Ostergaard, formerly of the Concord Navy. As of today, I no longer serve my country. I come to you as a grieving father, not a Taurian sailor. My actions are my own. In 3 minutes' time, my ship will enter weapons range of your position. At that time, your lives will come to an abrupt end. I suggest you pray to whatever gods you...
Okay, then. So we have 1 round remaining, and during that, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Standing by.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start preparing to run, so we will hit the Banshee with everything we have, and then I'll jump away.
All weapons committed.
Okay.
Engaging jump jets.
Unfortunately, the Grasshopper is going to be the one that I don't know what to do with. Again, sensor locking. Okay.
Orders.
Go ahead and open fire here. I only need to hit with 1 LRM-15 at this point because the other one doesn't make any sense. They'll do the same amount of damage if I just fire 1. There you go, firing the large laser that you could have fired many turns ago.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, well, at this point, just to be certain that we can get where we need to go, I'm going to jump back to, like, maximum range here. I'm going to quasi-burn myself so that we can get to this dropship if we have to. And this is just a precaution in case that's what we're supposed to do.
Affirmative. That's a critical
Alright, let's
hit.
see what the turrets can do to try and put some more hurt on this guy. Oh, come on, hit those shots.
What's up, boss?
Well, we'll have the initiative advantage, so I'm going to put myself in front of this thing so that we'll pick her up if that's what we're supposed to do. And if it's not what we're supposed to do, well, then I'm going to be in trouble, aren't I?
Moving to position.
But it does put me in a position so I can start sprinting this way if that's what we need. Fire away. Got 2 more turrets to fire at this guy. Come on, hit. There you go. Alright, Pharaoh, we're out of time. Those fighters are almost within weapons range. I need you to come. I need to come get you now. Remote triggered armed explosives primed. I'm ready. Meet me at the evac point, and we'll get the hell out of here.
Mission
All right.
successful.
It just ended. You know, again, I had to be prepared for whatever the game was going to throw at me, and I didn't know what it was going to throw at me. Okay, we did all of our objectives. We get a nice payout. And let's continue here. So the Stalker did take some internal structure damage because we got rear attacked with the way that they dropped in. Let's continue. Continue. Oh, okay, there we go. We could get another Battle Master here. Honestly, that was the only assault mech in this entire fight. Everything else was a heavy mech. I mean, yeah, there's the Banshee, but we didn't take that out. Any special systems here? The list, going through the list. We have +5 damage. I'll take that. Some +3 accuracy. I'll take it for now. We could always remove it. +4 accuracy. Don't know if I care. All this nonsense. Okay, we have one of those systems. All right. Well, this stage, I don't know if I really want a Vindicator. So I guess I'll take the +4 accuracy PPC, not that I necessarily really want that. Okay. Firm. Okay, we're gonna end up with a Jenner and a Battlemaster. Nice, I guess. The challenge. The Iberia is gone, Uncle. Ostergaard can't help you, and you have no more cards to play. For the good of our people, you must end this. Order your troops to stand down. Our people? That's what this has always been about, you know. Had you only listened to me, I would have never taken your throne. I didn't desire power for its own sake. My only care was for the Reach. That's prosperity. It's enduring glory. Yet you reach for that glory on the backs of our people. This thing you've built, it isn't who we are. Your directorate has fallen, Uncle. Clinging to it will not help the Reach. Nothing will help the Reach, not anymore. This war has doomed us all. The Rome bleeds, Kamea. We're weaker now than we've ever been, and soon enough, the sharks will begin to circle. Okay. Well, you know, totally this is true. And honestly, you did things to damn the directorate regardless. Alright, if that happens, Lady Orana knows where to find me. You're a talented mercenary, Mouse Gunner. I'll give you that, but can your company hold off the full might of the Capellan Confederation or the Federated Sons? How about the Free Worlds League? When the knives fall on the Aurigan Reach, you won't be able to protect it. Nobody will. That's a problem for another day. Truth of the matter, Uncle, is that you have only one more decision to make. Will you surrender and save the lives of your soldiers, or will you allow your pride to condemn them? As I said, Niece, this was never about me. Formadir is yours. No, Father, you cannot do this. The Reach depends on the Directorate for survival, for glory. You told me yourself that if we fail, the realm will die. The Directorate has already fallen, Victoria. We've lost. Continuing to fight would only cost more lives. Cost lives? Cost lives? You ordered me to kill 11,000 people on Perdition, and now you care about bloodshed? There is an ocean of blood on my hands, Father. I spilled it because you told me it was necessary. And it was, but our gambit has failed. It's over, Victoria. I know that's hard for you to accept, but you must stand down now. No, Father. You may have gone craven, but I am a mech warrior. I will die before I concede defeat. You want this world, Kamea? Come and fight for it. Your lance against mine at the tourney grounds. The contest was denied us. You and me to the death for the Reach. Aren't you tired of death yet, cousin? Was the Perdition Massacre not enough for you? I did that for the Reach, for our people. It was my responsibility. I didn't have a choice. But you don't understand. You never will. And so I will make things easy for you. You don't have to understand why I've done the things I've done. You need only face me in the arena, where I will best you, as I always have, as I was trained to do. You will give me what I want, or your dear Alexander will pay the price. My father was too weak to kill him, but I am not. Accept my challenge, Kamea. Accept it, or I'll grind him to a pulp under my battle mech's foot. I almost pity you. Have your fight, Victoria, and yours will be the last bloodshed that I spill in this war. Prepare your mech warriors, Mouse Gunner. When I face my cousin in this arena, I want your company by my side. So we're going to be forced to probably take Kamea on that one, I'm guessing. Okay. I've been fighting for House Urano since I was 16 years old. Couldn't keep me away if you tried. Very good, Mouse Gunner. I'm proud to fight by your side. Have your lance meet me at the tourney grounds. It's long past time. We brought this war to a close.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Okay, Battlemaster, we've had that before. Jenner, we've had that before. Okay, so they are not giving me any time to prepare here. So the Stalker, I guess, is out of this fight. So we will remove it. I guess that means the Highlander is going to be in. Battlemaster, Grasshopper, and then of course we've got Kamea with the Atlas too. I've never really been a fan of her skill set, although I mean, even at this point, I mean, my pilots are more elite than she is. It's actually almost a detriment to me to take her on. I mean, the only thing that I'm gaining is an Atlas, the Atlas 2, which I can't normally have. So I am going to remove Jalopy from this one, as Glitch would be the better pilot in this situation. And this is probably why they said have 2 lances ready to go, because they were going to force you into a fight right afterwards, giving you no opportunity to repair your damage. And honestly, the Stalker was a cheap shot. We could have very easily gotten out of that last fight without taking any damage. They just spawned in guys literally right behind the Stalker and were able to do just a little tiny bit of internal structure damage, which means that the Stalker is unfortunately not ready to go. I may be able to push into the fight anyway, but I'm not going to do that. The Highlander's good enough in this situation, and the Battlemaster and the Grasshopper will do. Honestly, I am tempted not to use the Grasshopper because we already have a sensor lock in the Atlas. And I don't know how long we're going to be in a situation where we're not going to have direct contact. So in that regard, I'm actually tempted to run something different than the Grasshopper. Maybe the Orion 1V. This is a duel. This is not a traditional mission where we're hanging back and trying to, do things just right. The Orion has been very good for me and other missions I've used it for. The planet we're going to be on, or the system we're going to be in, is Highlands. Now, the Orion will be slower than the Grasshopper, but it will do a heck of a lot more damage, as we can see on its firepower scale. So in this regard, Decker, you're going to take a back seat. We're going to grab the Orion 1V. We're not going to use any scouts, but if we have to, if the Atlas isn't within range to do anything, we'll use that to sensor lock. So, I mean, it is a possibility open to me. Who will we use as a pilot? Well, I don't think Jalopy is going to be the one we use. I think Behemoth. Behemoth isn't as good in some ways as Jalopy would have been as far as accuracy and things like that. We won't have breaching shot. In that one way, I kind of feel like, honestly, the better pilot here is going to be Jalopy. Because the only thing that Behemoth has over Jalopy is this ability. And this ability is really not that useful. Especially if we're fighting assault mechs. Knocking somebody down in initiative does nothing. So, you know what? We're going to run with Jalopy. Fortunately, I am not able to use any experience we may have accumulated. So, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and deploy like this. So, yeah, we're going to go a little heavier than I normally would. But I think this will be okay. I could also go with my other Highlander if I want to go heavy in that way. But the Orion is good at all ranges and extremely good at close range. It's going to have good durability. Not as good as a Highlander, but pretty darn good. It's going to be on par with my Battlemaster, and it's going to be definitely better than the Grasshopper would have been. So let's go ahead and deploy and see how this goes. Okay, let's read over our objectives. Phase Lady Victoria Espinosa in a duel to the death. Recover Lord Alexander Madeira. Lady Kamea Urano must survive. Victoria has Lord Madeira, and she will never stand down. What she did on Perdition has broken her, and now we're going to end this in the way that is so nearly began a duel. I will face off against my cousin in the Urano tourney grounds, and we'll fight until one of us is dead. The Urano said it all, Mouse. Go get justice for Raju Montgomery. and Commander Markham, and everyone else who died at the hands of House Espinosa. We'll be watching you from here.
Command interface initiated.
All right. Incoming transmission. Victoria, I need you to listen to me. The Directorate has fallen. Our armies have been routed, even as I speak. Restoration forces are closing in on Cordia City. If you kill your cousin now, the entire Reach will fall into anarchy. Nakamea wins, the Reach is doomed anyway. You've been telling me that for years now. Was it all a lie, Father? Victoria, this is not the time for a debate. You attend to my words and obey me, as you always have. I order you to stand down for the Reach, for the good of the Reach. The Directorate is the Reach, Father, and I will never stop fighting for it. Wallow in your cowardice. I will win this war in spite of you. Got the line. You're gonna have to put her in the ground, Lady Arano. She's too far gone for this to end any other way. If that is her choice, then so be it. I'll do whatever I must to save Lord Madeira. Fall in on me, mech warriors. We have one more wrong to right. All right. Are we going to have turrets to worry about? I sure hope not. Have you sprint to into the woods here? Okay. Guess I'm alright with sprinting into the woods. We haven't made contact with the enemy yet. Now you are going to go a little bit further ahead, so I'm going to have you brace.
Engaging jump jets.
We'll have the Orion form up next to everybody else.
Moving to position.
Okay, so far nothing yet. I somewhat suspect that we're going to be encountering the enemy fairly soon. So, in that regard, I am going to move a little bit slower now. We want to keep range kind of long, perhaps.
I'm on it.
Got that contact.
On my screen.
We don't know any information about it because Arano doesn't have that much way of tactic skill. Jump in kind of next to her.
Ready, set.
And brace. Now, I should have much better tactics here. 70-ton mech. So, we're already outweighing my opponent by a decent amount. I'll jump into the water. That'll definitely benefit me as in the Battlemaster. Be in the water. Honestly, though, let's go in behind the pillar here. I won't have as much evasion, but maybe the pillar will block line of sight to me in some ways. So let's do that. Brace. Okay, there's the rest of the enemy. See what we get information-wise. 100-ton, 65-ton, 80-ton. So outside of the 100, well, I mean, we have a 100-ton mech on our side, so we outweigh our opponent in every way. So not sure if this is going to be necessarily that difficult of a one for us. Brian's going to be a little pokey here, being the only one without, well, technically the Atlas has no jump jets either. All right, we'll move in. Then we'll use brace here. And we're going to have combat here. Took you long enough, Lady Kamea. I was beginning to wonder if you'd turn tail and run. It wouldn't have been the first time. I'm here for you, Victoria. The justice of House Arano rides with me. How poetic. I have no justice for you, Kamea. No flowery words, only pain and death and humiliation, with Lord Madeira as your audience. Looks like a king crab is what she's going to be piloting. Let him go, Victoria, now. You're wasting your breath. We both waited for this long enough. Come to me, cousin. Let's finish this.
For the Aurigan people.
Okay. Like they're gonna get the first move. Okay, a cataphract. This is the first time we're seeing this. I kind of wish we had seen it earlier, but oh well. In any case, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put a cut in the video here. We'll resume this duel here in the next video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mercenary signing out.